So what we are going to cover today is high-level areas. So when I did the survey with lots of founders, lots of beauty heads and founders of beauty businesses, what I realized is that they want to use AI, but they don't understand where they can use AI and how AI can help them. Everybody's talking about it. Lots of people are dabbling on ChatGPT, but not many people actually understand all the benefits it can bring to them. I'll go through like 5 actual tools, but I also don't want to overwhelm you guys with saying, use this tool for this, use this tool for this, use this tool for this. What we're not going to cover is like legal implications of it, ethical implications of it, all the different tools that exist, and ChatGPT. We're going to be looking at 3 areas, which I'm sure any beauty business owner here will understand. One is obviously productivity, because AI can help you with your productivity so you can achieve more. The second one is marketing, which is the one in green, anything to do in marketing. And last but not least is also business development. So in terms of productivity, if you are a beauty business, like a supplier, you're often having to put presentations together for brands you have to, represent that to e-commerce companies. And always building these presentations is quite time-consuming. So I've put this tool over here called Beautiful.ai. If you don't use it, please take a photo and use this tool. It'll help you create presentations in about 5 to 10 minutes with pre-existing slides that you can just upload your images, upload your text, and everything else is taken care of. Previously, when I used to do presentations like talks like this, it used to take me half a day to prepare a presentation. Now it takes me about 15, 20 minutes. So that's already 3-4 hours of your time saved. If you're doing this across multiple brands, that's like more than days saved. Second is branding. So if you're launching a new brand, you have to understand, like when I was working on my prior 2 businesses, I spent 10,000 euros just for branding, font type, colors, etc. Now you can use, I can see people nodding heads. It's really difficult sometimes and time-consuming because you're going back and forth between the branding agency and yourself. I like this, I don't like this, it's all this time, it's all this headache, it's all this money gone. And now you can use a tool which basically tells you, whether you want to have 3 colors or 5 colors, how you can just have your branding, and it's for free. And you don't need to wait a couple of months. So again, if you think about the time saving, the money saving, anything, even if it's for your website, it's for your packaging, you have that now at your fingertips. You don't even need to pay an agency for that. If there's any agencies here, I'm sorry. Okay. Same goes for logo creation and then websites creation. So for website creation, previously there's like Shopify website or lots of Wix and all this stuff. They're a headache. Now you use AI. You go in. I actually did this with one of my students. She's selling supplements from Switzerland, like high-end collagen products. And we just typed, selling high-end collagen products in 3 different formats, gummies, this. This is what we're selling. You click enter, the whole website is generated. You've got unique images. You've got the content. You've got the images. You enter your color code. You've got the back-end CRM, all this stuff. I have paid £8,000 per month per developer. I also had like the ex-CTOs of PayPal and stuff building my tech. But generally, developers are expensive. They speak a different language. They're from a different world. I love them. I've been in tech for a long time, but it's definitely a challenge. And now, thank you for nodding heads, so I know I'm making sense here. Now, you don't need to do that. You can build a website the same way you build a PowerPoint presentation or Beautiful.ai. Tasks. Now, for prompting, it's going to be maybe a bit confusing because there's so many prompts out there. What prompts do you use from ChatGPT? I know I said I'm not going to be talking about ChatGPT, but there are ChatGPT plugins with existing prompts. So if you have a service and you want to be known on Instagram, you want to be known on LinkedIn, you don't need to figure all that out. You just basically use this plugin and say LinkedIn post or whatever, and the prompt is already ready for you. So again, if you have a team or something, it saves you a lot of time. Note-taking. I don't know if you guys know Autopilot. Does anybody use that here? Okay. We all have meetings. And after the meetings, you've got notes that you need to write, and you've got a summary, and who said what. So now you can use this tool called otterpilot.ai, or it's called otter.ai, and essentially it joins your Zoom meeting. It summarizes all your meeting for you with bullet points. It records what's been said, and this is also good to use internally, like who said what or whatever, and you get action points straight away. So how many meetings do you have in a week? 2, 15, 30? So if you do this and your whole team uses this, how much time does that save? How many action points are there? Who remembers what needs to be done? Automation. So there are tools like Zapier that some people know, like if you do this, you do that. I see people nodding heads, thank you. Now there are better tools, which much better UX and much better UI. You don't need to be a tech person. I'm not a tech person. I have built 3 tech companies and I don't know how to write 1 line of code. So these tools are really game-changing again, because you can automate so much of your process. I'm not saying you need to replace your team. If you want to, that's up to you. But the thing is, if you had one person doing one thing, let's say just social media, now you can give that person a lot more tasks. Your productivity goes through the roof. Personal assistant. I mean, I'm not even a CEO of L'Oréal, and I've got 3,500 unread emails, and I keep getting emails and LinkedIn messages and this and that. Now you can have an AI tool that responds for you. I'm interested. I'm not interested. They can respond in your tone of voice, in the way you speak. You can train it. And how much time do you spend on emails or whatever, replying messages a week? Anybody here 5 hours a week? Yes? Thank you. Some people more, some people less. If you can even half that, how much time are you saving? How much free time do you have to read a book, to go travel? And guides. So when you have your business, there's always people comes in, people that go out, you have to manage people, you have to manage staff. I generally always love my team, and if I don't, they just can't be in my company. Okay. But sometimes people leave for whatever reasons, right? And then you have to train and onboard new people. And that also is a headache in itself, because you have to go through it again and again and again, and especially if you've got a team which is dispersed, like I had an international team. So now you can use tools which take screenshots of every step you do and records what you're doing, so you can just send that with the URL, and it can just get reused, saving you time. Okay. So that's the productivity bit done. Now let's look at marketing. We're talking about SEO and content strategy. I've had SEO in-house, and I've had SEO external agency, okay? These SEO agencies, they're great and everything, but again, like I mentioned the branding, back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth. And the money, the cost, it can be anything from like 2,000, so was that in dirhams, like 10,000 dirhams per month, and it can go up to 50,000 dirhams per month, right? Because people can go on social media, you can go on email, but the best way to make money is there's already people who are out there who are looking for what you're selling, what your services are. And if they can find you, if you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on Google, they find you, that's the best way for you to make money and to grow your business, right? So you want to be number 1 for SEO. And you don't want to have to pay so much money and do all these things. So now there's SEO tools, AI tools. They tell you what your competitors are ranking for, what you're ranking for, by country, by region, by language. There's also all the stuff, no-follow tools. I don't know, I won't go too much into it, but there's a lot you can have. And then content strategy as well. Then there's blogs. We all know AI can help write blogs. This tool I explain here called Jasper.ai is the one tool, if you guys are going to create anything, use anything in AI, that's the number 1 tool I recommend. For press releases, writing content, social media captions, everything. It connects to ChatGPT 4. It's really good. You enter your URL in the tool, and it tells you this is your tone of voice, this is your branding, your authoritative tone or not. It pulls out the keywords, and all the content it generates is based on your own brand kit. You can even say you want to launch a campaign, right? It's Black Friday is coming up. You started preparing for it probably a few months back. You've got a campaign. So you say this is the campaign, and it creates the whole process for you. The newsletters, the social media captions, the website blog content, and the website content. So it does it all for you. So this is a game changer. And I want to share when I was the CEO of this beauty tech e-commerce company over here, we had 20 blogs per month, and I was paying $2,000 a month for that. So we had 2 writers from Upwork. We were paying $1,000 each, and we had 20 blog posts, okay? We started using Jasper.ai, which I think costs like $40 a month or something. We went from 20 blogs per month to 300 blogs. And instead of paying $2,000, I had an intern uploading the blogs. So it was only part of her job. So if I had to really look at the cost, it was like $300. One of the blogs was about collagen. We got 6,000 hits in one day. So if you have a conversion rate of 2%, 3%, 1%, how much of that is an increase in revenue? So if you're saying B2B services or B2C services, I think you can understand within the first month, or if you're selling advertising, you can understand within the first month the massive benefit to you not to be missed out with this AI tool, okay? You can also batch create social media content. You can literally create 30 testimonials, 30 pieces of content, 30 pieces of educational content. You have one design, you connect it to an Excel sheet, and it gives you boom, 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 30 pieces. And you can schedule that in. So again, massive time saver. I've gone from, in the past, having a full-time social media person to having 2 days spent on social media for the whole month. Okay? So again, time saving, money saving, growing your business. So within marketing, assets for ads, oh my God, okay. So we all know Google ads, social media ads, different sizes, different depths, different this, different that, call to actions at the top, at the bottom. What should the call to action say? Learn more, contact me, book call, like 1,000 different things you need to A/B test, right? So now, before I had to pay a designer, and I had to figure out which design is the best, which one converts better, which one doesn't. Is it on brand? How is the copy? All this stuff, again, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, right? And all this time being wasted. Now, you can use a tool, just like the other tools. You enter your URL, you enter a couple of keywords, and it creates more than 1,000 digital assets for you in less than 5 minutes, okay? You can pick the different sizes you want. You can say whether it's for LinkedIn, whether it's for a banner, whether it's for a flyer, like people over here. Whatever you need it for, you give the sizing, it creates it all for you with the image. And it even writes the content for you. So you have so many different options, okay? So this, for me, personally, was a massive game changer because we spent a lot of time on that. You can also automate your campaigns. Who over here doesn't know what A/B testing means? If you don't, it's okay. Just please put your hand up so I know. Okay. A/B testing means you are running 2 experiments. So when I launched my first website, My Beauty Matches, people told me they wanted to see images of real women, like Dove ads, and then they'll shop more because they can like connect better with something like that. But then we gave 50% of the audience of a homepage image with real women, like kind of look. The other 50% audience saw, photoshopped images, unrealistic images of women. And it was the second one with the, Photoshop images that performed a lot better in terms of revenue. So what people say they will do versus what they actually do is very different. Hence, data decision making and using AI. So what I mentioned about automated campaigns is the same. When you're running campaigns, whether it's newsletters, social media ads, or anything, you have to always be running experiments side by side, and they need to be statistically significant. And I tried. In this region, 8 months I looked for someone, a growth hacker, didn't find one, or they were taken, or whatever it was. But now you've got AI tools to do this for you, to run the experiments for you, know when to stop running the experiments, know what to test. Again, game-changing. Repurposing content. So there are tools out there that you can put something on Instagram or on YouTube. It will edit the videos in shorter and post it for you on TikTok and Instagram and things like that and Reels. So you don't need to do that. You don't need to even edit it. It just does it for you, schedules it for you. Influencers. Influencers for me has always been hell. I can see some more heads knocking. Many people say they have all these followers, but then there's no traction that comes out of it. You contact them, and then they come back to you the 5th time, and then they don't even post what they say they'll post. They're not all bad at all. I'm not saying that. There's some amazing influencers that do great content, and I'm not saying they are not busy. But again, it's a lot of time wastage, back and forth, and all this nonsense. It's inefficient. And now with AI, there's a tool that does that for you, and you can see whether these influencers are worth working with or not. Okay, videos and podcasts. So video is like the new marketing angle, right? Whether you have videos on your website, whether you have it on YouTube, whether you have it on your social media channels, that's how people are interacting. So now, for instance, I don't know how to edit videos. I'm too old to figure this stuff out, But now there are tools for that. There are tools where you just record your screen, it produces studio quality content, studio quality voice, you just add images in it just like you would in a PowerPoint, and it's all super professional looking. You can cut it, edit it, it's just super, super, super easy. You can shorten the videos. But about the videos, there's 2 other things I want to tell you, which maybe you guys didn't know. Let's say you have a competitor who has an amazing video on YouTube or on their website. You can take their YouTube URL, put it in a tool, and that tool will paraphrase the whole content, shorten it for you, so you can repurpose it as your own if you want to. Or you can take something which is similar-ish. So going back to collagen products, or somebody who's like a distributor of nail products, but you really like the copy of someone who's a distributor of fragrances. So you might want to replace, the nail content with the fragrance content, but you like all the rest. You can do that now. You can also just add a blog URL and it creates a video for you. Or you can just add a video URL and it creates a blog post for you. So these are like really, really cool things that you can reuse for your marketing, for your advertising, for outsourcing. One of the last things in marketing, PR. You often need new headshots. You often need press releases for any product launches you have of your own, of your clients as well. Events that you're running for them. There's just a lot you can do again with AI. So you can create within less than 30 seconds a website for an event page that people can book. You can create press releases, like I said, using Jasper. You can create your own headshots. Media monitoring, you can contact journalists. I know AI tools to contact journalists in Europe, not here, unfortunately yet. But most importantly, personal branding. So if you have a business, yes, many people need to be on Instagram, TikTok, etc., but you also probably really, really need to be on LinkedIn. And on LinkedIn, there's a tool that allows you to create carousels for you. It allows you to see. Let's say I talk about AI, so I can see the posts that are trending the most in AI and paraphrase that and use that with my brand voice. You can schedule, obviously, posts on LinkedIn as well. You can comment, automate, all this stuff, and really increase your personal profile. Now I'm going to business development. So, does anybody here use LinkedIn to outreach for any sales? Okay, hands up, hands up, hands up. Okay. You will know if you use Sales Navigator, it's not always very correct. So I can say I'm looking for companies in Middle East with size of, employees 500 to 1,000. I can say I want to contact their chief revenue officer or whoever you want to do. And I put these 3 filters in. And it's looking at LinkedIn data. So when I use LinkedIn Sales Navigator to pull out that data, that filter should give me accurate data, right? It should make sense. But it doesn't. And you will know that if you use LinkedIn Sales Navigator. It will give you data, but some of them might not be the right country, the right region. I see heads nodding. Some of them won't have the right company size. There's a lot of mess. And then you have to give this to your teams to work and clean, etc. But now you've got AI tools that clean all that for you. Two clicks, it cleans it for you. It verifies the emails for you. It also does the personalized outreach for you. So I know there's lots of people that already know about tools that do that on LinkedIn and email. However, now you can clone yourself in a video and send that to your clients. So clone yourself as a video, but when the video goes to the client, they don't only receive a video of yourself talking with that client's company's name in the video, they also behind you have a screenshot of their website. And you don't have to do this 10,000 times. You just do it once, you upload the database you had from the LinkedIn clean list, and it does it for you at scale. So you can essentially contact like about 1,000 potential prospects, which are accurate in a week, in a high personalized way, more than ever before. And if you do this versus your competitors, you know you're going to get a better chance, right? Also, so it doesn't matter what emails you send, newsletters you send. Newsletters, emails, the second biggest revenue generator normally for any business, right? But there's no point in designing them, wondering what to put in it if people don't click it open. There's just no point. So the heading is like, I think 80% of the work. And now you have AI tools that tell you what are the chances the headings will open, if it's too big, if it's too short, if it sounds too good or not. There's specifically AI tools you can use for that. And also to write cadences, whether it's on your LinkedIn or emails. So one of the things I'm going through is if you have an email you're writing, like a sales email, I don't know, you've got salon beds that you want to sell, and sometimes, you know, like English is not always your first language, or you want to write in a different language, or you just don't know what's the best way to keep expressing yourself and going out there. There are tools now that will actually improve. As you're writing the email, it will improve your sales copy for you. It will say, this is too repetitive, this is too common, this is like, doesn't sound real, this has been used too much, this doesn't sound too personal, whatever. It will literally coach you. I had to pay so much money to learn this sales coaching stuff. I had to pay advisors, I need to hire people. I needed to hire people who have a lot of experience so that we can have good sales cadences and sales copy. But now you can use an AI tool for $30, $40 a month who will do that for you, all in real time for you and your team. That's the same for the copy and then for the design. So there's lots of designs that already exist. You can essentially just leverage off that and connect that using your AI. Or you can create imagery using AI, which I think we all know. But don't use Midjourney, which is the most common tool, because it's really difficult to use. You can use many other tools. The tool I took you guys through, Jasper has that as well. You just write what you want, it'll create an image for you. So, products. Lots of products over here today. And all these products require a lot of photography, and a lot of lighting, and a lot of this, and a lot of that, and a lot of money, and a lot of time, and a lot of investment. And now with AI, that's not needed so much anymore. You can choose the background you want. You can choose the location you want. You can choose the kind of angles you want, and if you want it darker or lighter, and if you want to resize it. I literally took an image of like a Kiehl's face cream, which is for like a sun face cream, put it on the beach, and it looked amazing for any website. You don't need to pay people to do this. You can do this like literally within 10 minutes. And if you want to do it at scale, you can also get product descriptions using AI at scale. Same for website and marketing on brand. I talked about the images already. And then 3D experience. So if I just use this bottle a second, you can take photos of the bottle from the top, bottom, on the side, lots of different angles. And it creates a 3D kind of experience, immersive experience, a video for you using AI tools, helping your products come more to life without having to pay professional photographers. And I'm saying that while looking at the video guy. I'm really sorry, but I'm not a product, I'm a person. So that's okay. Okay. And then we've got, last but not least, customer experience. So chatbots, to be honest, we all find them quite irritating, right? But some chatbots are not bad, actually. And the great thing is, first of all, you collect leads, you get people's email addresses, so that's great. The second thing you get with chatbots is that you understand the queries that people are asking again and again, and people are most likely to interact with that. The more they interact with that, the better you can personalize your chatbot. And it does help in terms of customer service. Amazon is known for their customer service, right? That's where they've done well. So if your customer service is great and you can't afford to hire a full-time customer service person, why not use a chatbot? You can create it in half a day. A/B testing, we've talked about this. There are tools that run your A/B test right now for your websites as well. Before I was talking about marketing, now I'm talking about for your websites, whether it's the color, the button, what the button says, which page you want to run it, etc. I had to pay a lot of money to hire people who knew how to do A/B tests, how to run them, how to calculate if these experiments are statistically significant. And now you can just do that. You can basically just use a tool and do that. And then personalized recommendations. So my second business, Beauty Matching Engine, we help companies do product recommendations, kind of like Amazon does product recommendations, but specifically for beauty. And then there's other companies that do that for fashion. And then there's other companies that do that for other things. So it's good to leverage off AI to do hyper-personalized recommendations. Probably what you see in your Amazon recommendations will be very different to what you see. So if you use AI and you hyper-personalize the customer experience, they're most likely to convert as well. So you want to leverage off AI to do that. Okay, so I wrote this here. This is just the beginning. Let's look at summarizing the benefits. An obvious one is more revenue. You have better SEO, you have better copy, you have more social media, you have more videos, you have more newsletters, you're just doing more of everything. Of course you will have more revenue, right? And then I put less fundraising for the people here who've had to fundraise like me in the past for businesses. And if you don't have to fundraise, then at least you know you have less costs, right, to achieve the same thing. It's your choice whether you want to continue achieving the same thing by working a third of the hours, or if you want to achieve more with the full time you have. Essentially, it's more profitability. Me, I'm a lazy founder now. I have worked 13 years just running businesses, and now I like to work about 4 days a week and maybe 6, 7 hours a day. For me, more free time is what I value the most, and my health, and AI helps you with that. You can achieve a lot more by working a lot less and enjoy your time doing what you like more, whether it's traveling, spending time with your loved ones, or running another side hustle. You also don't need as many resources, and if you want to keep your resources because you believe in them and you want to do more and you're very entrepreneurial and you're very creative and you want to try this and that, you take your existing resources and you ask them to do stuff they didn't do before, like the video stuff or the B2B presentations or whatever, because these tools are so easy to use. They're very, very easy to use. I also want to say that none of the tools are 100% there, right? So it's still new. So you still need some level of human capacity of coming in and verifying the copy and stuff like that. So I would say it's 90% there. And more profitability we've talked about. So what are we expecting? So I expect if you're incorporating AI, not even in all the aspects, but maybe 40, 50% of your business, I expect you to have an ROI 15 times, if not more. So I just want to give you examples, even though it's not 100% beauty. One other person did the stuff for LinkedIn. They got sales within that day, right? So there's a lot of things you can achieve within a week already. There are I know people who help organize shows here, a marketing agency that helps organize all this stuff. They had to turn away clients because they didn't have capacity. Now they can accept these clients, so they're instantly making more revenue. So of course you get more revenue. The other thing is people say, I don't have time to learn the AI tools, I don't have time. Yeah, but it's going to create more time for you. So even if you don't have time, spend 1 hour a week, maybe for 4 weeks, and then you will actually have 3 days free, maybe a week for yourself. I think that's a good trade-off. And invest in yourself, and maybe find an accountability partner. Maybe it's someone sitting over here next to you who wants to do AI, and you say, okay, we keep each other accountable, or you take a course. What would you do with more free time and more profitability, right? So this is the course I do, but I'll be honest with you, I'm going to be the head of the VC fund for fashion at Neon, so I'm not doing this full-time anymore, but it's still available for those who are interested, where they can learn step by step and get guidance on how to use different AI tools within their business. And basically, if you feel like you don't want to do everything yourself and you want that support, it's available. That's it. So I hope you transform your business, your beauty businesses, using AI. Any questions? Thank you.
I have a couple of questions. If we can start with the first one. You mentioned something about website creating and the Shopify platform cannot be used and AI can be an alternative. Can you please elaborate a little bit more on that? Do I buy a domain name, my domain name, and instead of Shopify, I have my name.ie? Sorry?
Okay, so thanks for the question. I'm not saying don't use Shopify. What I'm saying is if you have a business, you want to start a business, there are tools out there which are better than Shopify now, which is basically you write a prompt like on ChatGPT and it creates the whole website for you. With Shopify, what happens as you grow bigger, you sometimes need to start working with Shopify developers, and that costs money and time, and it's a nuisance. With these other tools, it's kind of a little bit like a PowerPoint presentation. It's very easy to control. You don't really need a developer. It's like no-code websites. About the domain, coming back on that, you still need to buy your domain, and you go to GoDaddy or whatever, you buy your domain, then you use like these no-code websites. They will have in their articles how to connect your domain name to their tool, and you just read their thing. It's like a copy-paste API thing, yeah.
Thank you very much. And one more question, if I'm allowed. On your experience, what is the quality of AI results? You've said a lot about saving time, but do you waste any time to double check these results, or you just trust that all this should be correct?
So it depends what you're using AI for, right? So if you're using, let's say, Jasper to write blogs, you can see it's like a numbers thing. It's black and white. How many blogs you had before, how many blogs you have now. How many times you can post on LinkedIn versus you can't.
But what about the content of this blog?
Yeah, the quality of the content should be dependent based on your ROI. So like the example I gave, with when we did the content and we did the 300 blogs, we got 6,000 hits with a massive conversion the next day. And that gave us a big revenue uplift. I've also seen people who have fintech companies in B2B SaaS, so enterprise sales, getting £20,000 deals within a month, which they would normally not get. So it depends what your business does and what you're using AI for. If you're doing it for personalized product recommendations. If you tell me you use AI tool to create headshots for your PR, did that help you with revenue? Probably not, but it's going to help save you time and money. So it just depends what you're using it for. Yep.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
You said about SEO, right?
Yeah.
So I have a business here. I work with many agencies.
Yes.
It's rarely difficult to find, good company in SEO. So what are your criteria, if you wanted to collaborate with SEO?
What are my, sorry?
Your, filter or criteria. Like
my
how do you
filter.
choose? Yeah. How do you choose the company to work with? Yeah.
I would say you don't choose the company, do it yourself. There's a tool you can use called WooRank, WOORANK. You put your URL in, it tells you what's right, what's wrong, what you need to fix, does the whole filter for you. And there's other tools like that that will tell you, and you can compare yourself to the competitors that will tell you, these are keywords you're ranking for, these are the ones you should rank for. In terms of the SEO agencies in this region, I don't know them. So, but I know somebody who does this as a service, and now they said they can do so much more with the tools that are available. So I don't really think you should invest in an agency for that.
Okay, so I think SEO has multiple things.
Yeah.
One is off-site, one is on-page SEO.
Yeah.
So this tool takes care of entire aspects of SEO?
SEO is all these tools are for online SEO, so search engine optimization, really for the websites, all online on the website. If you're talking about offline, not offline, but off website, like link building and things
yes,
like
yeah.
that, these tools don't do link building. These tools will analyze your links and tell you where you should get your links.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, welcome.
I am very new in AI and I'm still trying to learn a lot. But when you say that if we like certain videos, we can take their content or we can make the content, but there are tools who can check certain thing that this is made from AI. Does it affect the blogs or the rate? And is there tools certain exist in the market like that?
But essentially, you take the videos, it paraphrases it. So we were looking at a video that said how to lose weight in 4 weeks, or I don't know what. And it paraphrased the heading to say how to change your scale from X to Z, for weight or something. It essentially paraphrases it. So you can't tell it's from that video. If you're worried, you can then put that same content in an AI tool, which is specifically for just paraphrasing as well. So you can basically double churn it if you want.
Thank you.
Okay.
Just a quick one.
There was a guy there as well.
Okay, I'll make it quick.
Hi.
Actually, I'm interested in meeting with you, so I just want to ask if that's possible.
Meeting with me?
Yeah, like one-on-one.
You can talk to me here and then we see. I don't know.
Okay, should I wait?
Thank you.
Should I wait and talk to you after?
Yeah, I'll be here. Thank you. There's the guy there. Okay, there's two guys.
Hi there.
Hi.
Excellent presentation. I
Thank
really
you.
enjoyed it. I think
Thank you, I appreciate
AI
that.
is the future, and whoever is learning or about to learn, I would say, go
Game
for
changer.
it and very quickly,
Yeah.
because things are going very fast with AI. My question to you is I heard very big names that you work with in terms of companies.
Yeah.
My question is, because we're talking about efficiency, cost, and all that stuff, how is it affordable for small businesses to do these courses with that you're offering? And if they do the courses, how long do they last? So for you to
Okay.
say that you have an understanding of AI at least,
Okay. Okay, so for the courses, first of all, thank you for the comments. The course is normally 6 weeks. I've been doing this for a long time, so you don't want to put it all in one go in your head. It's just 2 hours a week. Of course, you could do it all in a day and a half, but it's too much and it'll be too overwhelming. So it's once a week for 2 hours. You get all the sessions which are recorded, you get user guides, you get the screenshots of how to do the different things. And it covers basically all of this. So instead of having to figure it out, you just taught how to do it all, and you can just go and do it. So it's practical and not theoretical from the point of view of someone who's built a B2C business, a B2B business, and a B2C2B business. So there are people in there who sold businesses for 55 million. There's people, like I said, the co-founder of Shazam, and there are people who've never built a business. So it's really about just learning how to use these tools to do what you want to do. Does that answer your question? Okay. Is it for? I think it is. It's £1,000, so 5,000 dirhams about. Yeah.
While you were talking, you mentioned that one of your students was selling supplements
Yeah.
on a website, and they had 4 products with and
Yeah.
all they did was type in the products, and then the tool generated all the website for them. It takes me a very long time to build my own websites.
I know,
and
now
I
you don't
have
need to.
multiple websites, so I just wanted to ask you, what tool do you recommend?
10web.io. 10 and then web, web.io. If you go
Okay.
on my website, it's in there in the top 10 tools to download.
Okay.
To use.
10web.io.
Yeah,
Okay.
but what I've seen with a lot of experience, people keep a list of these tools. They say they will use them, and then they never get around to it. So that's why the course is there. But it's up to you. Also, answering your question, when you go to these 10web is one example. There's also some other ones which are less heavy, depending on what you need. So we go through 2 or 3. But essentially, it's like a prompt. You explain what you want, you put it in, and then it creates all the images, all the content, everything for you. And then just like a PowerPoint presentation, you can overwrite stuff, or it has AI prompt as well to rewrite the content for you. So where it has images, you probably want to put your product images using the AI tools, so it's really nice images, in there, replacing the images. But maybe the homepage hero image or stuff, you like it and you just keep it.
Okay, sounds
Yeah.
good. Thank you very much for
Welcome.
your time.
I think we're good. Thank you so, so much. Please do DM me any questions about anything and any photos or videos you might have taken. Thank you.